The lung is adapted to gas exchange by having a large surface area through alveoli with good blood supply. They are also round and have a thin moist wall which further increases the speed of diffusion. When breathing in, the diaphragm contracts and becomes flat, and the intercostal muscles move the rib cage up and out. When breathing out, the diaphragm relaxes and has a dome shape, and the intercostal muscles move the rib cage in and down. The heart lies in the thoracic cavity. The trachea is lined with rings of cartilage, which hold the trachea open. The ciliated epithelial cells waft mucus upward that catches dust. After exhalation, the air has less oxygen and more carbon dioxide. Smoking increases the heart rate and blood pressure, and hence the risk for heart attacks. It also decreases the amount of oxygen absorbed by the blood due to tar damaging the alveoli and carbon monoxide binding to hemoglobin. The xylem transports water and minerals from the roots upwards through hollow dead cells lined with lignin for waterproofing. The phloem transports sugars and amino acids by active transport through cells with sieve-like cell ends connected to each other. Transpiration is the movement of water through plants and works due to the cohesion of water molecules, the capillary effect, as well as root pressure and evaporation pull. To increase transpiration, increase wind speed, temperature, and light intensity, and decrease humidity. Blood is the human transport system. It contains red blood cells, which are biconcave, do not have a nucleus, and contain hemoglobin to transport oxygen. White blood cells eat pathogens and produce antibodies that clump pathogens and make them inert. Antibodies are also used in vaccines to make people immune. Platelets close wounds by forming a mesh. Oxygenated blood flows from the lungs into the left atrium and then the left ventricle. From there it flows through the aorta to the body and capillaries, to the vena cava, to the right atrium, to the right ventricle, through the pulmonary artery, and finally back to the lungs. Arteries have thick walls, high pressure, and have elastic tissue in them. They also have a small lumen, and the veins have thinner walls, a larger lumen, and they have valves that prevent backflow. Between the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule, ultrafiltration takes place in which small particles are pushed into the nephron. In the PCT, all glucose is reabsorbed and some water and some mineral ions. In the loop of Henle, ions are reabsorbed to help reabsorb water. The way down is permeable to water and the way up is impermeable. In the DCT, ions and water are reabsorbed. The collecting duct can adjust its water absorption because it has receptors for antidiuretic hormone released by the pituitary gland when the osmoreceptors in the brain detect the water potential of the blood and can be more or less permeable for water.